Gosger is skipping the Breeders' Cup, but we're going to see him Saturday in the Fayette Stakes. We're covering that, plus a pick three ticket, so let's line them up. Hello, welcome to Billy Ho's Sports. Yes, today we're going to dive into the feature race is going to be the ninth race is the Fayette Stakes, but we have races 7, 8, and 9 to put together a pick three ticket. I think that's a really good three leg worth the look. So, Bryan Station is sandwiched in between the two races, but we have a really solid optional claimer to start off with. So, without further ado, let's jump into race number 7. It's going to be 125K optional claimer, 9 furlongs on the dirt. 3-year-old fillies. Quick Kick starts us off. Competitive filly on the Oaks Trail, but it was just a little few tiers below the top. I'd say she ran third in the Seneca at Churchill Downs. Before that, she earned her first stakes win in Iowa. Getting Pratt to ride inside ground saving trip for a closer. Pretty live for exotics, I'd say. Several here are getting first Lasix due to the drop in class. So she's one that'll definitely benefit for the first time out. So look out for her. Nira Zuri could be a good value play. Now in the Mark Casse barn, was second at a big price at Gulfstream Park. Grade 3 Princess Rooney. That was the one Holland Ice won. Holland Ice is competing in the Distaff, so a solid looking horse there. Now this one is going to be stretching out to 9 furlongs the first time, so we'll have to see what she's got. Next up, Sweet Seraphim. Broke her maiden on first Lasix. Won again, I believe, on the second race without it, but going back on for this race. So the pace never really developed for her in the Catherine Sophia, but it sure did in the Wilton before that. So if she can get a nice pace set up, she's definitely live for a prize here. Rallying style, able to overcome trouble. Good value, 10-1 morning line. So now next up, Disco Rules. She's progressing pretty well from sprints into the mile. Good tactical speed, good stamina. Constitution is the sire. His influence suggests she can stretch out a little bit. I think she's a promising, improving filly. Held for third at Parks back in August, but she was laboring a bit down the stretch. So if she comes in a little fitter, she'll be better. Now, Just Ruthless, logged 9 starts so far, 2 wins, a second, 2 thirds. All weather to turf, couple trips on dirt, so bouncing around a little bit. Being well into double-digit odds in her last 3 turf races. She returns to the dirt, adding blinkers, but I just don't see me getting there with that one. Now, one I might have some interest in was my pick to win the Black-Eyed Susan was Paris Lily earlier this year. She almost got there. She took the lead, showed the way, got down the stretch, deep into the race, finally caught at the wire by Margie's intention. Just a little bit swift on the pace there, but a cleaner trip this time. Her form did begin to dip her next 2 out, so coming in off a layoff is going to help. She also stumbled at the break, but recovered toward the lead. So she was just done around the turn, finished third there. But next up, Long Shot, Conch Fried Rice. By American Pharaoh, positive signs. Did have some success going to mile 70, won by 7 lengths there, came right back again on an off track, wins again. Cheap company, though. She returned to the turf, stepped up in stakes, but ran 5th there. Now back on dirt, going to Johnny V. Somewhat interesting, but she's a little outclassed in my opinion. Now get to the favorite, likely favorite. I don't know. I would like for her not to be the favorite. Yes, Tis the Law filly. Brad Cox trains this one. 3 turf starts, good results. September 14th race was pulled off the turf, run on Churchill's Downs, good surface. She unleashed on the turn, engaged the favorite Necessity. Really good duel, bumping and grinding all the way, and she forged ahead for the victory. So if she's the second choice, if we can get 3-1, 7-2, that would be great. But I think it'll probably be bet down a little bit on that one. Still like the Ocho. Yes, it is. The 1, 2, and the 3 and 6 all in play with it. But the leg 1 of the pick 3, I'm going with the single. Going to Yes, it is. For the win and the single, you can use the 1, 2, and 6 for a single race exotics bet. Now, jumping over race number 8, Bryan Station on the turf. We'll start with number 1, Messero. And Messero broke his maiden at Ellis Park in July 2024, showing a strong late kick. Running after being far off the pace in that one. Turf has been mixed. Second in the Old Dominion Derby, pretty weak field. Earlier turf starts, he didn't show strongly. Closer, Stalker, if he draws a trip, or she draws a trip, could compete, has a win at Keeneland. 20 to 1 morning line is a long shot for exotics. So not looking for the ticket though. Number two, Golden Afternoon, broke his maiden on the turf at Kentucky Downs. Second in the grade two Bourbon. All three placings in that race won their next race after that, which is good. Likely to be forward enough in this race to secure a good tactical spot near the pace. So Golden Afternoon in the mix. Number three, Antisocial. I thought about considerably. Shows ability on the turf. Solid third in the 1 miler at Colonial earlier this year. Fourth in a shorter turf sprint at Kentucky Downs. Probably needs to break well under Luis Saez, but he's in good hands there. Likely sits back in second or third and presses. If the pace is soft, he can go to the lead. So that was why I kind of considered it. If the pace scenario worked out and he got out to an uncontested lead, she could probably go pretty far. Now, number four, Troubleshooting, one of the favorites, highly rated, excellent form, grade one at Kentucky Downs with the half-length score. Also stands out with multiple stakes wins, proven profile versus stakes horses, probably forwardly positioned, well within striking distance of the early pace. I think maybe overlay potential with horses like Final Gambit, and then you got your Todd Pletchers and your Bill Motts and Chad Brown horses. This one a little lesser known, so maybe we get some good value on that one. Number five is Final Gambit. Number one in prime power. I've seen people citing this way. Former Derby trailer, really just, he did run in the Belmont. He ran, obviously, he acquitted himself very well in the Derby, running fourth. Ran okay in the Belmont, was within 2 lengths at the finish, but wasn't really much of a threat there. But Brad Cox can't seem to find a spot for this horse. He tried him on the dirt a few times. I thought he was just out of his element altogether I believe it was the Blame, where Mystic Danny got run off the racetrack, had no chance to score, or it was not that one. My apologies. It was the one East Avenue one. So whatever race that was, East Avenue went coast to coast, had a slow opening quarter and all that stuff. I was at the track that day and I faded him completely because I was like, he doesn't have a chance in this race. So stretches him out to longer distances, goes back to the turf, can't figure anything out. A couple of troubled trips, overall disappointing. So he's a vulnerable favorite if he is that. His only 2 wins are on synthetic, so maybe you should try going back to that. So anyway, number six, Dream On. Mark Casse trains Javier Castellano. Been chasing tougher company. You can make a case at 20 to 1, 6 starts at a mile, 2 wins and a third. Woodhaven at Aqueduct, Penn Mile, pretty good on a yielding turf, both at the distance, probably a softer turf, maybe not so much on the faster turf. Fifth in the grade two Secretariat at Colonial. Cut back to 6.5 at Kentucky Downs. Closed from 10th to 6th. Not bad. 3 lengths back of rivals. Troubleshooting and Golden Afternoon both in this race. So he's got some versatility and led most of the way as a juvenile on the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf at Del Mar last year. So we'll see what this one's got. 7, Game Warrior, Peter Miller, Frankie Dettori. The recent form doesn't exactly inspire confidence, but last 3 starts, 6th, 3rd, 5th, last 2 coming in graded company, grade 2 Del Mar Derby, Jockey Club Derby Invitational. Did pick up a nice win in restricted Oceanside, but he struggles to take the step up in class versus tougher fields. No thanks. Number 8, Tenacious Leader, Todd Pletcher. This one I do like a little bit. Tenacious Leader, not this time. Johnny V aboard. A sharp win in the 2025 debut after taking the entire year off. Raced on October 24, 2024, and came back like relatively close to the same dates. But anyway, solid 88 speed figure, getting it done at Keeneland October 4th. Just 5 career starts. So I think what I like about it is Todd Pletcher, second off the layoff, did run within a neck of Zulu Kingdom. So 12 to 1 morning line, I think really good. Like I said, Todd Pletcher, he brings them up on that second off layoff a lot. So number 9 is Giocoso, 3-year-old, but not this time, Keith DeSormo. Ben Curtis, low key good. They nearly stole that Kentucky Downs race, got second, got beat by Plenza, who's in this race. Also, so graded, grade 2 Secretariat win at Colonial Downs remains his signature moment. Also logged 2 seconds at the mile mark, shows consistency at the trip. One prior to Keeneland in the Bourbon, 2-year-old, finished off the board in that one. So has the ability to be forwardly placed, but majority of the turf efforts are off the pace. So number 10, Simulate, second by just a length to Gio Coso in the Grade 2 Secretariat. Strong closing effort, left too much work to do into a slower pace. Follow-up start at Kentucky Downs, going a mile and 5/16. Didn't go as planned. Tricky course, you could toss it. On paper, second in prime power. If he runs back to the Colonial effort, definitely legit contender. But that said, no races at Keeneland. So we'll go to a number 11, Plenza. Improving pattern, lightly raced, upside, eligible to jump at a price. Closed ground late at Kentucky Downs, which is important, the way that bias was. Did close hard, quickly engaged the leader, Giacoso. So Giacoso got by Giacoso without issue, cruised to the win. I like the sire Caravaggio, lights out, producing better than 12% win rate on turfers. So the 11's in the mix. Number 12, Salimas, late runner, Chad Brown picks up Pratt. Pratt low key struggle bus on the turf races at Keeneland. 18 starts and just a single win. So took a few to break the maiden on this one. One win at Keeneland. I could take it or leave it, but I'm probably going to leave it here. Probably takes more money than he should, being a Chad Brown on the turf horse. So I'm going to include the number 2, Golden Afternoon, at 12-1. Jose aboard, running well. Number 3, Antisocial, I considered with Louis aboard, but the spotty form, I just couldn't go 5 deep in this one. Got to go number 4, Troubleshooting. I think top choice. I don't think the added distance will be much of an issue. Best recent speed figs. I'm also going to throw in, I think, the number 8, Tenacious Leader. That was the Pletcher horse, second off the layoff angle. And then we'll round it out with number 9, Giocoso. Classy closer. I think the strong late kick, which can stay up close to the pace, looks sharp in the gun runner. So I think with Ben Curtis aboard, I think going back to a more traditional configuration like Keeneland, good spot to win here. I am going to go with the number 9, Giocoso, although I do really like the 4, Troubleshooting. So it could come down to those two. We'll go 4 deep. Since we're singling in the first leg, we're going to make a $16 ticket. So we'll go 2, 4, 8, 9, leg 2. Race 9, the feature, Fayette, 9 furlongs, Lambeth, contesting longer distances with mixed results. Wire to wire at Oaklawn earlier in his career looked off to me as the pace was extremely slow in that race. Been on the lead in recent longer distance efforts, finishing first, second, and a close third within a length and a half. The cut back to a mile and an eighth might put him near the lead since he was fading late in those longer distances, but they run at different paces, so I don't really know what to think. I typically don't like horses cutting back, going 12 furlongs like that, so probably a fade for me. Honor Marie, long time since the 2023 Jockey Club win, hasn't been the same horse since. Beckman finally got a win out of him, stretching him out to 12 furlongs. So what's he do? Cuts him back, and it's been getting killed ever since. Been killed in the Suburban, been killed by Dragon Guard. The Vince McMahon music comes out. No chance. That's what you got. So, number 3, Bracket Buster. Grade 1, runner up in the Travers. Beaten 10 lengths by Sovereignty, but still, comfortable win in the Oklahoma after that, showing progression. Vicky Oliver's got this one humming, so I'm not going to leave him out. Johnny V takes over. I don't see a downgrade there. Big chance to win this one, I think. It's got good front end speed. Number 4, Dilger, hasn't broken through for a win. Front running type, sharp early speed, but he almost wired him in the Parks Dirt Mile. Got nailed late. Allowance Company showing he can handle his biz. Anyway, probably be just a little off the pace, saving ground. Probably a good value at 8-1 for exotics, but I'm not putting them on the ticket. Now, number 6, Rattle and Roll. Probably be just a little off the pace, saving ground. Probably a good value at 8-1 for exotics, but I'm not putting them on the ticket. Now, number 6, Rattle and Roll was one I was really hoping would have a better jockey for one, but have better success since the 2024 Clark Stakes, but not much since. Definitely didn't look good in his first off the layoff from the Middle East. Horses like that, I don't recommend traveling out to the Middle East because I don't think they have much of a chance to win anything. And then it just kind of screws them up for the next 4 months after they get back, it feels like. But got off slow. Julian Leperoux, I don't really care much for his style aboard this horse. Got completely outrun down the stretch. Too much kickback. Julian Leperoux's just too chill, I guess, of a jockey, in my opinion. Be better if he had Hernandez up, but they do switch to, I think, Manny Esquivel. I still don't like it. Number seven, best actor, hasn't been effective lately. Finished eighth of eight last two starts. Hasn't shown much spark. Uh, Hard pressed to even back or threaten in this one. Number eight, Prince of Power, multiple stakes placed. Prince of Power shown flashes of ability at a mile. Does have a win earlier this year, but inconsistent form. Stretching out, facing tougher. Probably full send with no chance to win. Number nine, Dragon Guard, was going to be a sender. Usually likes to go to the lead. Solid win at Churchill. Leading older horse option here. Maybe his speed figures are a tick low compared to the others, but if it's a moderate pace, he'll be just fine and could sustain his run well into the race. So if that happens, you'll definitely not want to be out of that picture. So probably the ability to house anybody in this group, but our next guy, Gosger. I think he can still beat Gosger, but the fast riser Gosger, grade three Lexington, we saw almost nailed him in the Preakness and Haskell, each time finishing second there. Pennsylvania Derby, we all had high hopes, but stumbled badly out of the gate. And what he normally likes to do, even for a presser or a stalker, uh, he likes to get out fast and get over and get position, especially breaking from the nine hole. So when he stumbled badly out of the gate, he fell back and got caught way wide around the turn. So I think he expended a hell of a lot of energy going around that first half a mile. And then by the time they made the turn for home, he was empty. So if he bounces back off of that, he's going to mash. Now, the last one, finally, Hit Show, Brad Cox. He spots him well. Picks his spots, 10 wins and 21 starts. He's only got like a second and a third, I think, other than that. So he either wins or he's off the board. Multiple 100+ Brisnet numbers. 2 for 2 at Keeneland. That's good. Not worried about the outside post. He can be erratic, but against lower company and younger horses, he's a major player in this race. If I get 6-1 or 9-2, I'm liking that. People I guess are going to think Gosker's going to bounce back, but I mean, his show's no joke. So if you want to make him the fourth choice or whatever, we'll take that one. To ultimately line things out, I am going to go with 11 Hit Show for the win. I would put that horse with the 3, 9, and the 10, the regular ones, the Bracket Buster, the Goskers, and whatnot. Dragon Guard, let's not forget. So we're going to use all four of those into leg three, 3, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to round out that pick three ticket, single in the 8 in leg one, race 7. Then we go race 8, the Bryan Station. We're going 2, 4, 8, 9 in that one. And then this final race 9, the Fayette, 3, 9, 10, 11. We're going for Hit Show for the win. So nice looking $16 pick three ticket. So Churchill Downs opens Sunday after Keeneland closes Saturday. We're going to have a full breakdown of the 2-year-old Street Sense Stakes, also the 2-year-old fillies. Breeders' Cup content are in the playlist. Get in there, watch, leave those comments because drawings are going to commence probably early next week. We're going to do several split the pot draws. So buckle up, maybe do some handicapping contests or do something like a fantasy draft draw where I'll like spin the big wheel. Like we'll spin the big wheel and draw out like 5 names. And then we'll assign those people horses in like the Breeders' Cup Classic or one of the races. And then like whoever finishes the best or wins the race gets to split the pot the following week or something like that. Anyway, but if you want to get in any contest, you have to be a subscriber. So go ahead and do that. Smash that like button and leave that comment on your way out. I appreciate you joining me today, and we'll see you soon.